All right, here we are. Duck with Eva MoPac episode 2. Got some very special guests on today. And through the magic of engineering, it's going to look to all like we just hopped right on here with no technical problems at all, no text dot issues, no CTRMA issues. I love it. Good stuff. But I'm very happy to have episode 2 here with 3 members of Austin City Council, Paige Ellis, Chino Vela, and Zil Caudry. And I'm going to have you all kind of go clockwise. Oh, we're in a different position now. Paige's on top. We're going to start with you, and we're going to go clockwise. And you'll introduce yourselves, and then we're going to have a delightful afternoon full of fun questions and answers. It's going to be awesome. So, Paige, kick us off here.
Howdy, I'm Paige Ellis. I'm happy to represent Southwest Austin, District 8. I am this year's Mayor Pro Tem.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chito Vela. I represent District 4 on the Austin City Council, and happy to be here with Eva MoPac.
You can kiss my ass all you want, man. It's not going to help, but thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'm Zoe Caudry. I represent District 9 Central Austin, and super excited to be here, and also excited to serve on council with the other 2 guests. And I'm the freshman of the group, I guess.
All right. Well, let's consider this a little bit of hazing. Get you going, buddy. So I'm gonna ask you all a number of questions. Some of them I'm gonna specifically pick on. I mean, ask of one of y'all, and some of them it's gonna be for all 3, and you can kind of find amongst yourselves who gets to go first. But I'm gonna start with you, if you don't mind, since you're the freshman of the group. In 2 words or less, what are the 3 biggest issues facing Austin right now?
2 words or less.
That's a joke.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the issues that are facing Austin right now that I think we've all been tackling as a dais, and truthfully, issues that myself and Councilmember Ryan Alter and Jose Velasquez ran on, the other 2 freshmen. We're housing, affordability and equitable transit. And I think we've done a lot of work already around this I-35 mess, and had many conversations, and we'll continue to have conversations with TxDOT, as well as looking at what we can do around Project Connect. And I think for a while that was kind of hanging in the balance and at the mercy of the state ledge and some of our not so friendly actors over there. But I think we're confident that we can go ahead from that. And then in terms of housing affordability, I think you're constantly seeing a lot of really good work being done by my colleagues on this panel, but also folks off it. Most notably, a resolution that was passed last council meeting by Councilmember Poole.
We got and thank you so much for that. We got into some heavy stuff right away, a little sooner than I expected. So we're going to back it up a little bit, but I do appreciate it. We're going to touch on a few of them issues.
I didn't think that was that heavy. I thought I was very very.
No. I mean, yeah, exactly, man. Whatever you say, buddy.
Yeah.
Bad actors. I'm writing these things down, man. We're gonna come back to this. Chino, let me start with you. This is a real softball just to kind of kick it off, man. You moved to Austin over 30 years ago. What is it like now to have been here longer than anyone else in the city?
It's you remember things that no one else knows about. It's nuts. It's funny, because there've been some jokes about back to the 90s, with Mayor Watson and the city manager being kind of back to the 90s. And I gotta say, I'm the 90s were a great time in Austin. You could still get a cheap apartment. It was really, blowing up and live. Good times. But no, it's great.
But there's also there's also not like good Charlotte 98 degrees back in the 90s too, man. So I mean, it wasn't all fun.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But we always have a beautiful body of water to jump in and to cool off in, and that's always a treat.
Just don't drink it. Hey, Paige. Hey, Paige, how you doing? You're one of my. You kind of run right through me, or I run right through you, or something like that. So, some people have alleged that Circle C is a fiery hotspot for swingers in Austin. Your district is Circle C, right?
Yes, I have Circle C.
Okay, that's not a question. I just want to get that out there. Okay, Cheeto and Zoe. This is another one. This is probably the heaviest thing I'm gonna hit on today. Um, Austin is always looking for alternative ways to raise funds for city services. So can I count on you both to agree to be in a Men of Austin charity calendar?
I'll let Cheeto and what is it, Mayor Watson take the lead on
Well,
that as the two elder
hold on.
statesmen on the diet.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on a
What
second,
is
man.
that calendar?
Well, I'm going to explain that. So it's tasteful, and we still have July, August, and November open. And so far, the yeses are former Mayor Adler, Matthew McConaughey, Adam Lowy, and Matt McCoviak. So can I get a yes from Zoe and Cheeto? Can I get a yes from y'all? I mean, that's the
Tough
competition y'all are facing. So
competition.
you don't want to be after McConaughey. That's
Hey,
or before. That's all I'm saying.
Is September open? I'd like that's my birthday month. I'll take September.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
take
September-
February. If February is open.
Is that because it's the shortest month? Like you want to have less, your time feature to be less, or you want it just because it's like you're a Groundhog Day fan or something? What's the February thing?
Oh, I was born in that month. It's
Okay,
only other.
the greatest chance there'll be a massive power outage and no one will be able to see it.
I hope not.
No, I'll be looking at the calendars because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Oh, Paige. Okay, you settle down there. Ah! Okay,
No
we'll get
more
you a
power
copy, Paige. Don't
outages,
worry.
please. No more power outages, please.
Hey, I'll do my best, Cheeto. So this is a good one. This is the one people are gonna be waiting on. This is and you can take this in any order y'all want. You can pass one law tomorrow in Austin of your choosing. Any law you want to. What is it going to be? Start with Paige.
Gosh, I would say, not to bring it back to Zoe's point initially, but build all the damn housing you want in central Austin. We got to build up downtown. That's where half the community works. Let's just put housing where people want housing.
Any NIMBY just that was watching this show, all seven of them just had a myocardial infarction hearing that. But anyway, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah.
Any law? I don't know if this is a law, but more of a concept or a dream. But having a metro system like, I don't know, like DC's, or I was in Japan for about a week during our like recess of sorts, and just being able to get from city to city and just throughout the city of, like, for example, Tokyo. Never had to use a car, never had to use an Uber, never had to use a taxi. And it was a beautiful thing, and I wish we had that in Austin.
Well, I agree with that. And Cheeto, we're going to get you in a second, but I want to seize upon something Zoe just said. So besides Cap Metro making new bus stop benches that people can't sleep on, what would you say Austin's most vital efforts right now are in the area of transportation?
Are you asking me, or are you
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
Oh,
I'm seizing on the new guy.
Yeah, fair enough. Vital efforts. Yeah, I think eventually seeing the completion of Project Connect is what is the thing that I think we're all eagerly waiting for. And we understand that it's been watered down to an extent of what it possibly could have been. But I think where we kind of landed is a lot of folks are excited and looking forward to.
And Cheeto, thank you, Zoe.
I would say honestly, the electric lines. I mean, that one thing that if I could snap my fingers and get it done right away, I would probably say that. The Mueller neighborhood has all buried utilities. I mean, it was a piece of raw land, so it was a lot easier to do it than it will be within our kind of existing neighborhoods and stuff. But it is just such a nicer neighborhood, better views, better vibe, better feel. Everything about it is so much better because all the utilities are underground, and it's just weatherproofing and kind of climate proofing our city. I think we just got to do that.
I agree. So you think Cheeto? You think maybe someone in Central Austin who may be living there a while you think they might have some issues with Austin Energy people in their backyard cutting down trees and stuff to get those lines buried? You see that they might be a little bit of an issue for them, or I don't care. By the way, I think it's awesome, but
yeah, it's funny because I think before these last few freezes, people would have really kind of screamed bloody murder. If you go into their house and start, clipping and all that stuff. But after the events of the last few years, I think everybody would be like, applauding the Austin Energy guys that are burying the lines and bringing them like lemonade and stuff like that. So So that's really kind of where I would go with that. You know what? Austin Energy also, I remember in conversations with them, probably some MoPac drivers. I think a telephone pole, a utility gets hit and knocked down once a day by a driver somewhere in Austin, causing some kind of electric problem. So that's another thing that could potentially go away. Bad drivers wouldn't be hitting utility poles anymore.
Hopefully, they're not hitting anything.
I feel like that's a little bit of an IQ test that I leave for the drivers every day, and I'm going to tell you. Obviously, you've already given a preview how that goes. I need this could be. You guys can jump in kind of on your own order here. I need one cool under the radar Austin bar or restaurant that very few people know about, and trust me, it's going to be that way after this podcast too. That's self-deprecation. It's not.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really like this food truck called Kindi. It's like Thai food. I always get noodles from there, and then they have this drip roti, which is delicious. It's right outside of a bar, and I'm forgetting what the bar's name is, but the food truck is called Kindi, and it's great. I'm not sure how well known it is or isn't.
It's about to go viral.
Great.
Paige?
Most of the places I go are very well known, and I don't want people to find me. A few of your listeners probably know where they've seen me before, so I don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
So Chili's at 45th and Lamar. Gotcha. Cheeto?
Yeah. I will say a couple, right in my neighborhood. For unknown, again, going back to I've been here for a while, the Carousel Lounge on 52nd Street. Real classic place. Hopefully we're going to see a rebirth of the Carousel soon. But if you've never been, highly recommend popping in there. It's a beer only. You can bring your setups and stuff. They have music a lot. Great spot. Right next to me really is the Nomad on Cameron Road, on the corner of Cameron and Corona. Great spot, great patio, great people. One of the best neighborhood bars in Austin. And there's a little tiny school bus just about, 200 feet away from the Nomad that sells Mexico City style tortas, which are just delicious. So, go to the Nomad, go to El Güero's torta bus. That's a good evening.
I thought you were going to say there was a school bus selling booze. I was like, where is that?
Well, there are a few of those during the school year, Paige. I can DM you on that.
Did you go to Circle C?
Yeah. That's the moms in the drop off line. If you can do that though. And I something just completely struck me there, and it's an Austin school bus with air conditioning. That's crazy. I didn't know they had them.
Yeah.
That's great news. That's good news.
Yeah, no.
The chance of Austin ISD popping out here is low.
Yeah, when I was growing up, there weren't seatbelts on buses either.
There's seatbelts on buses?
Some of them have them now. I was like, it was a free-for-all. It was hang on for dear life if you were riding the bus home.
Well, with those drivers, that makes perfect sense. Paige, I learned recently that you're the mayor pro tem. Is that Latin for I'm still not the mayor?
Technically, yes. It just means if the mayor is not able to do any sort of official duty, I get to step in, like running meetings or, meeting delegations when they come to Austin. So it's a pretty fun gig.
Love it. Do you brag about to your colleagues? Like you kind of walk in with a sash on and you kind of saunter in like Beyonce or something?
No. I mean, at the end of the day, all 10 of us, we're each only one vote on the dais. We can only count to 11 for any of the work that we do, but it is fun to get to do some, special events and things of that nature. But usually when I tell people I'm the mayor pro tem, they have no idea what that is. So I say it's like a vice mayor. It's the person who fills in, because a lot of different communities call it something different, but basically nobody uses mayor pro tem except Austin. So I guess, again, we're keeping it a little weird.
We're special. We're very special.
We are.
Hey, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead. Was I blocking you? It's kind of on brand, man. Sorry about that. So, Zoe, getting back to kind of public utility stuff, which recent massive Austin blackout was your sentimental favorite?
Which blackout was my favorite? I mean, they're all so great. Yeah, I don't have a favorite. I hope we stop having them, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, we're getting some bad TripAdvisor ratings lately. Hey, Cheeto, same thing, but for boil notices. Which was your favorite? Was it the
For
zebra
boil
mussel
water
one?
notices,
Yeah.
I would say my the one I remember the most was when I was about to be sworn into city council, and while I was about to be sworn into city council the day before, there was a boil water notice going on. So that one really sticks out in my memory because oh Lord, I remember. That said, as soon as I was sworn in, and as soon as I got to work, the boil water notice was lifted. So as soon as I got
All
on
because
city
of you.
council, that's the last boil water notice we've had, and hopefully the last one we ever.
So you
Okay,
can't go
that seems a
anywhere.
little bit sus there, Cheeto. But anyway, whatever, man. Just got to stomps when you get in. I love it. Okay, keeping on the serious issues, and this one's for all three of y'all. I mean, Paige, you can start it, but this is one that all my fans, Save Austin Now, are going to want to hear. Complete this sentence. Crime in Austin in 2023 is blank.
Oh gosh. I don't know that I have an answer for that. I would say interesting. I feel like this many years after a pandemic, the stuff that you hear on the news is just, it doesn't blow your mind anymore. It's like just interesting situations. The Rainy Street stuff that's going on is mind baffling. I've had people just commenting that now we're talking about aliens, being confirmed, and everyone's not even batting an eye. They just say, I didn't have that on my bingo card, but I guess that's what's going on right now, and everyone's just trying to take it in stride. So
Yeah, well, you're down in Circle C, so I know you all got some serious crime there, like Doug and Stacy are doing their sprinkler twice a week instead of once. But keep me in the loop, man. I just want to make sure that you squelch that. A couple kids were jaywalking up like Kiker too. I heard.
we get the mailbox theft, unfortunately. It's a really odd one because the city doesn't manage the mailboxes, but it's really frustrating for people when someone goes neighborhood by neighborhood and just takes everything out of the mailboxes for essentially no good reason.
It'd be wild as if that person who's doing it and dressed up like a mailman. And they had the truck and everything, man. That's how. I'm not saying I did it. That's how I would do it. But by the way, mail crime is a terrible crime, so don't do it. Uh, Cheeto, same thing. Let me kind of rephrase it again, just so we have it. In 2023, crime in Austin is blank.
Ooh, I would say steady. We have crime has been down the past couple of years after peaking in 2020. It's been down in 2022. It's about the same in 23 as it was in 22, maybe a slightly bit down. We'll see how the year ends. Hopefully we continue to see, we had this huge kind of spike post-pandemic nationally of crime, and now things seem to be going back to their previous average. I hope that trend continues. Fingers crossed.
Enzo?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of rip off what Cheeto was saying, and I had already written it down while everyone else was talking. But I mean, crime is down, and I think that it's important to always state is that Austin is safe, and it's important to back that by facts. And I think that's what we have as a dais, and it's something that we've been trying to communicate with our constituents. Austin is a safe city, for the 10th largest city in the country now. Like, it is incredibly safe. We can always do better, and that's what we as a dais will continue to do. But yeah, crime is down.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like I said, I mean, I know you all agree with this. I mean, any crime is too much, any murder is too much, but I think what I hear y'all saying, and kind of what I reflect on Twitter myself, and it's never to say crime is not important, but when I say things like the Austin murder rate was significantly higher in 1983 than it is in 2023. All these people, just most of them not from Austin, they just kind of come in and start attacking me, and you're woke, and Austin's a shithole, and all that. But like, the reality is, it's a big city, as y'all said. It's number 10 in the country, and we live in the real world where there's going to be crime, unfortunately, and I feel like, again, any crime is too much crime, but it's almost like some of these people want it to be higher. Like, and I don't know why that is. It just blows my mind. They're like, it serves their agenda to say Austin crime is worse than it is. That's just an observation from what I'm seeing. I mean, I will say this though. I'll ask myself a question. Yeah. Driving on highways, MoPac is the worst that I can remember it I mean, 67 is when I opened up. It's the worst ever. I'm talking about from courtesy to speed to wearing goddamn bumper stickers, not bumper stickers, license plates. What do they call them these days? License plates. It's just discourtesy, road rage. It's really bad. I got a piece coming up in a Austin magazine pretty soon that deals with some of that. But yeah, so that's a shameless self plug. Okay, I did it. But I guess it just kind of underscores that we're just in a tough place here. That could be traffic related. We talked about that earlier, and we'll touch on that. But I'm just saying that from my little limited sphere, I do see some stuff too.
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna add something really quick. Yeah, I mean, I had a conversation the other day with former Mayor Adler, and we were kind of talking about the crime stats, and we should take pride in Austin being safe. And to Evil MoPac's comment, I don't know why people want to find any flaw and be like, well, we live in such a dangerous city when we don't. Why create a reality that just isn't true? And yeah, I'm in agreement. One crime taking place is one crime too many. One individual in this community hurting is one individual too many. And we're all very, aware of human suffering and want to do our best as a diocese to stop it. And that's what we're all committed to doing. And also just want to quickly add the whole Rainy Street stuff. I think a lot of people have seen I guess a conspiracy on a serial killer. There is none. And I'm very thankful for the city taking it very seriously of all the unfortunate deaths that were occurring and working with parks and getting lighting and fencing and security in that area. So just wanted to quickly plug that in if anyone is listening about a serial killer that does not exist.
I appreciate that. And my Substack, I took a swing at that a while back. And the conclusion I came to, and this is not like I shy away from the sensational. That's not really. I mean, that's my brand, and my was that there wasn't really evidence of it. I mean, I couldn't say definitively. I mean, no one can, but I think what Zoe, what you touched on was whether or not there's a killer moving on. Some of the things that need to happen down there, like lights, cameras potentially in certain areas, to make it a little more of a hospitable thing when people are walking home drunk or doing. Those are all positive things, and I think that it's good that some good can come out of something that's so horrible for those families. And I mean, I obviously grieve for people that died, but yeah, I think Zoe. I don't want to speak for Chino or Paige, but I kind of echo that people. It's like more fun if it's a serial killer, not something mundane like getting drunk and passing out. And I share your view on that. I don't think there's a Rainy Street Ripper.
I do think generally just, in conversations with friends, it is a bit tongue in cheek. I think people have seen that these situations are very different. There's lots of commentary on just generally the bar districts, like 36th Street, and just places where we know people are going out and having a good time, hopefully getting home safely. But I think people are doing it tongue in cheek. It's just kind of a thing like, oh, be careful, make sure you're not out there too late. But there are serious situations like on 6th Street where, we tell folks don't be out past 2:00 in the morning, because there's been situations where folks that don't live in Austin are coming into Austin and they've gotten their hands on weapons that they don't own and they're not trained to use. And so there's certainly things going on and definitely improvements to make. But I also agree. I don't think if I were to go down to Rainy, I would think there's one individual going out there and trying to do harm to people. But there could be, a few people that take crime of opportunity or other things happen, which is unfortunate.
That all makes sense and well said. I'm getting a little feedback from somewhere. I'm not sure if I-35 or 290 is jabbing in here trying to. You guys hear that? Okay, it stopped. Maybe it's inside my head. That's very possible. Hey, so we're gonna play a word association game before time runs out here. I know we still got a significant amount of time. You're not off the hook yet. Y'all are looking like, get me out of here. I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna have you tell me what immediately comes to mind after I say this word or phrase. All right? I'm going to go one by one. Cheetos, Steiner Ranch.
Swinger.
I think you passed, buddy.
That's Steiner Ranch. Steiner Ranch is what you're always picking on, right?
Oh, picking on? No, man. I'm just relaying information from Doug and Stacy. Ted and Stacy's party.
They're also swingers, I guess.
Yeah, Paige, I don't want to try to hurt your pride there for Circle C or anything. And Zoe, I don't know what your district's like, but that's a thing.
It's a great district.
It's a great district. All right. Zoe, Paige Ellis.
Great.
Paige, Zoe Kadri.
Energetic. He's got a lot of energy. He's always busy.
Huh. Paige, I'm going to stick with you here. Elon Musk.
Oh God, why?
Yeah, I love it.
Way to tank everything. It's, some people see him as the golden child and everything he touches turns great. I kind of see it the other way, where everything he touches is just like he breaks it, and people just say that's cool. I that's not the way I operate, and it's just interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be fun seeing those Cybertrucks come out and see the saddest dude in your neighborhood driving it. Zoe, the I-35 expansion.
Gross.
Love it. It's almost like you had that ready. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll move on. I could go on these. Let's move another one. Austin has been called the new Hollywood. Not sure if you all have heard that. Who's your favorite actor living here that nobody has heard of in the last 10 years? Mine is every woman in Westlake who pretends to enjoy sex.
Oddly specific.
Well, that's what you get. That's what you get. You guys can just jump in however you want. Who's an Austin actor that's moved here recently? I'm not talking about Glenn Powell. He's legit. He's real. McConaughey, not those types, but some of those folk that kind of came in from. And if you don't know, that's probably the right answer.
The Madonna Pap Smear slacker actor that just passed away recently. Oh man, that's talking about again 90s Austin. Throw on slacker.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, man. I do love that movie though. Linklater. He knows how to get it done. Paige, you got anything? It's a weird
I'm
one.
trying to think. What comes to mind is some comedians I like to go see. They're down at the Fallout Theater. They've had 500 episodes, and they're going to end at 512 episodes. They've been doing it for 10 or 11 years, a very long time. But the folks that do that Friday night show I think it's called The Last Word, and they bring on all sorts of local and touring comedians, and it's just a fantastic Friday night if you're in for a couple good laughs.
Gotcha. No one said Dawson's Creek guy yet. That would have been an acceptable answer. There's a few of them. Nothing wrong with that. Or the guy from Entourage, Adrian Grenier, very very serious. He takes himself very very seriously. He takes himself. Who's the 7 Seconds to Mars singer? Jared Leto. Yeah, he's like an unsuccessful Jared Leto. He kind of thinks, more successful acting than I am, but you know what I'm saying? Like he very serious stuff. Let's move on. Sorry, man. MoPac's laughing at that one.
City Hall has beat all my pop culture knowledge out of me, man. I am just like, I have just completely lost touch with the pop culture because I'm just so drowning in City Hall bureaucracy and stuff.
It's
yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I was saying it's not an actor, but it's an athlete who moved to Austin a few years back. I don't think it's been a decade, but Chris Bosh, who used to play for the Miami Heat and play for the Raptors, he lives I think he either lives close to D9 or in D9. But I've seen him in downtown once, but I didn't bother him because he was walking around with family. But that's someone fairly big.
Yeah, he's pretty good. If I'm gonna ever make an Austin basketball team, I'm gonna hook up and give Chrissy Bosh a call. Yeah. So, I've done a Substack series on Austin where I speculate what it's going to look like in 2043. Just real quick, it doesn't have to be defending your PhD thesis or anything, but tell me real quick what you think Austin's going to look like in 2043, starting with Cheeto.
Light rail. Hopefully we'll have a really good light rail system up and running. I think it'll look like a beautiful urban oasis. Honestly, I mean, if we can continue to turn Lady Bird Lake into, I'd love to make Lady Bird Lake fully swimmable. We got to do a lot of things to get it out of there, but really just kind of have such a beautiful core riverfront area, Barton Springs, Zilker Park, with just a really dense and vibrant downtown with a public transportation system. That's the Austin that I would love to see in 2043.
That's a good answer, man. Paige and Zoe, did he check all your boxes there?
That was pretty good. Definitely see light rail in the future. There's no way we can just continue doing the car thing. No offense, Evil MoPac. I don't want to steal your limelight. But we need to make sure that people can get to and from where they're going very easily and very cheaply.
I'm a highway in Texas, Paige. I'm not too worried about my future. Hey, Zoe?
Yeah, I think the only thing I'd add, if we have good light rail and plentiful of housing, is just a diversity of people. So just Austin becoming even more welcoming and diverse city.
Y'all think in 2043 we might actually have a train to the airport?
Well, that would be amazing.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Or airports?
I think so.
How many we're going to have?
We're hoping that the airport can be able to leverage some different federal dollars to be able to complete that last leg out there. But I would love to take rail to the airport. It just seems like in this particular moment, we had to take care of the folks that are footing the bill for it, even though we want to get to the airport one day too.
No, nobody's told Mueller yet that when we expand the airport, we're going to build an airport on Mueller. That's easy come, easy go, buddy. That's the way it goes. All right. Yeah. So when and anyone can pop in here, when y'all are feeling mean, do you ever think of telling Allison Alter that a new duplex is being built somewhere in Central Austin?
You can tell her.
That's the look I'm going for. I think we just did.
You were saying some folks were having what was it earlier? It wasn't heart attacks. It was
Bird. Oh, myocardial infarction. I'm just trying to show off my smarts. That's fine. I'm just trying to brag, man. It's good.
Big words.
I like big words. I have some doctors that live near me, like to talk about themselves a lot, so I pick up on it.
Yeah.
You can only save one of the following people from a fire. Oh, this is a dangerous one. I love it. And you can say no, but I think you're still going to do it. You can save one of these people from. Let's make it easier. You can save them from a desert island. Let's make it a little less weird. So you can save one of these people from a desert island. Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, or Ken Paxton. Who gets on the boat?
No one's getting on that boat. I'm gonna sail away.
Wow.
Gosh. Okay. Maybe I'll go out on a limb here. I'll say maybe Paxton because he needs to come back and face the music.
Oh, this is some red meat right here. All right, Cheeto.
Good one. I'm going to say Elon Musk, but I'm going to tell him that he has to bring the old Twitter back.
Well, you can get the old Twitter back. Just go to the sign-in sheet or the sign-in page, and it says Twitter on it still, or go to the main page, and it still says tweet. I mean, it's like they got some like 7th grade technology society kids. They're paying like ice cream cones or something to do their infrastructure.
It's like they fired all the rebrand people and they just tried to do it themselves.
Oh, it's amazing, man. It's like a Commodore VIC-20. It's fun to watch.
There's professionals that can handle it correctly.
That's right, for sure. Before I get, and this isn't to make you targets for anyone else, but generally, tell me what car y'all drive. I just want to be sure when I see all three of you on MoPac next time that I say a special hello.
Zoe doesn't drive very often, right?
No, I realize only time I ever drive is if I have to go and see any family out of town. But if I'm in Austin, I either take the bus, the metro, or I live close enough where I just walk to City Hall. So I don't drive much. I drive so little that I think there was like dust collecting. Like I hadn't driven for almost 2 months, and there was like almost dust collecting in the car. But when I do drive, I drive a Toyota RAV4.
Okay, is a RAV5 too much car for you?
Yeah, it's too much. I'm not. A
RAV3 is not quite enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Paige, what do you got?
I know
the answer, by the way. I know the answer. Yeah, I just want to hear you say it.
I know you escort me to work to and from every day.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, and that's great. Love that car. Gino, what do you got?
I got a Honda Pilot that honestly my wife drives. She's been dropping me off at work, and we've been experimenting with just a couple with one car thing, and it's mostly working out. I live close enough to downtown that I can get to and from downtown to City Hall on the bus. We'll kind of use rideshare whenever I need to. So thankfully, I'm not driving a ton nowadays. But when I am driving, I'm usually in a Honda Pilot.
Yeah, you no offense, man. You look about the right age. That's a compliment. Having a wife who drops you off at work, though,
It's
man.
got
That's
a baby seat in it too.
A baby seat.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a baby.
Classic family vehicle.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it, and I will be sure to only slow you down for 26 minutes instead of 30 next time I see you, man. That's the kind of effort I give you. You know what? Next time you're in the toll lane, I'm gonna take half off your overcharge.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. You got it. Okay, we're almost done here. I'm going to go around. If you can write the 2023, keep Austin weird is sort of the, either ironically or not, it's sort of what people like ascribe to Austin. We're going to change it up. It's 2023 now. You get to write the new Austin slogan with absolutely no preparation. It's just me telling you right now on the podcast. Zoe, what's it going to be?
Oh God.
That works. Okay. A lot of people are going to like that one.
No,
West Austin and Lakeway like that one.
Yeah, no, I like the keep Austin weird. It's something that everyone thinks of when they think of Austin, and I think it's great. I think that's what makes us so unique, right? How weird we are. So
that's fair. Gino,
how about make Austin weird?
Hey man, I mean, I think that's the perfect intersection between people moving in, the weird Tesla people, the swingers, the old school stoners. I love it, man. I think we're going to workshop that one with Watson. Paige, what do you got?
I feel like I'd want to do something with rainbows. I just feel like we're a really diverse community. We got to support our rainbow community and all our LGBTQIA plus people, even though the ledge keeps trying to take their rights away. And so I feel like the tie-dye works. We're fun. We have rainbow crosswalks. And as much as the ledge likes to beat up on the city of Austin, we're just going to keep wearing rainbows and supporting each other. And I think that's a really kind of a fun, battle flag of supporting each other and saying we're not going to let you beat up on us.
I feel that. Okay, this is going to be the last question. I'm going to get you out here on time to get to the airports. I'm not taking it personally that you're taking a plane, but I mean, it's a little bit of a shot at me. Who's the funniest person on Austin City Council?
Might be Watson. He's pretty funny, right?
Watson too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'll go with the mayor as well. Yeah.
Watson. Okay, yeah, he was pretty funny when he told me he wouldn't jump on my podcast. That was hilarious. Let's take comic genius Seinfeldian Kirk Watson off the table. Of the remaining 10 of y'all, who's the one that's most likely to crack a joke? That every year that happens. Besides today, man, I'm seeing a lot of funny stuff here, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm always joking around with Jose Velasquez, and me and him, we sat together for the last 6 months, and we were just always kind of cracking each other up and making each other laugh. So I gotta give it to Jose.
Love it. Paige, you were saying?
I was probably going to go with Chito or Jose. And the funny thing is their initials are very the same. So there's like two Jose's, a Vela and a Velasquez. And then the two altars, their offices are actually next to each other. And so it gets kind of confusing having a lot of repeating last names and repeating first names on this particular dais. But I would say Chito and Jose definitely have probably the best chance of getting other people to laugh.
Gotcha. And the last question, I promise it's the last one. I'm not going to extend this project. What would you all to say to someone in Austin who thinks it's getting too expensive, besides you're totally correct?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, I would
we'll
say
jump
to
in all
them
at
that
once.
yeah, I would say you're absolutely correct. But we as a council, as a city, are going to do everything that we can to make sure that Austin truly works for everyone. And I'm going to do a quick plug because this might be my last time I could chat. But Paige had mentioned it was a great answer on what the new Austin logo or slogan would be. Austin Pride is August 12th, which I don't know what time when this podcast is going to go live, but that's when the city's Pride event is on the 12th of August.
Yeah, feel free to tag me in anything. I'll get that retweeted for y'all. And yes, what's going to go live? I'm thinking maybe about like March of 24. So, well, I'll do my best to do that. We're still working through some technology and then tech dots involved. We'll take care of it. Paige, Cheeto, want to jump in there?
I mean, I would say, we know that the cost of living does go up. We really need to rally around raising minimum wage. The state level, I believe, is still $7.25. We need to expand Medicaid. We're doing what we can on the housing and transportation front. But at the end of the day, if people can't pay for healthcare or pay for their medications once they pay their premiums and their minimum wage is not going up, or they get a raise and their rent goes up the exact same amount as I've had happen to me, years and years ago. Those are really big situations that are hard for people to deal with. And we have to keep advocating at the state and federal level too, because we can do a lot at the city council level, but we can't change statewide minimum wage and we can't encourage businesses to support workers unless we're just, advocating for them and saying that they should do it.
Gotcha, Cheeto. You can get the final word here as we fade out soon.
Say something funny.
Oh boy. All right.
Be funny guy.
I mean, we know. I know, right? No, we know it's expensive. I wish we could joke more about the cost, but that's something that people get real hot about, and then justifiably so. I would just say we know it's expensive. We want to make it cheaper. We're working on that. I think everybody on the dais is trying hard to bring the cost of living down in Austin and make it a welcoming city for the working class again. We always have been, and we always want to be. And I know the dais is completely united in that goal.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there. I agree, and I think people just want to. You got to leave people after they buy their $7 breakfast taco. You got to have a little money over for the toll lane, and I've decided I'm gonna pledge right now that I'm not going to increase the cost of my toll lane by more than 30% next year. So I'm gonna cap that at 25%. Y'all can applaud, but this is solidarity. I'm with y'all, and I want to make Austin an affordable. I want to make West Austin, Northwest Austin, and Southwest Austin an affordable Austin for everyone that runs through me.
You're a real road of the people, aren't you?
It's crazy, and they asked me if I got to run for mayor next time. We'll see if Watson doesn't jump on this podcast. I'm gonna give him I'm gonna run next time. I'm gonna win too. And then it's gonna be, oh holy shit, it's gonna be fun. All right, guys. Well, it's been as I mentioned at the beginning, a true pleasure and the honor of a lifetime for all y'all to be on with me, for you. But thank you so much for your time. Good luck with that plan. Hope you can get through security in 4 hours. And I will see all y'all soon. And Zoe, get a car and come and see me sometime.
Yeah, great. Appreciate it.
I'll see you later today.
Sounds good.